Hello all, my name is Krishnaik, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, in this particular video, I am going to discuss a very important topic which is called deep agents. If you look at most of the companies like ChatGPT or Claude Code or Manus AI, they all have their own deep research agent. And this entire deep research agent is nothing but what we call a deep agent. So how is it different from a normal AI agent that we used to create? If you look at how development evolved in generative AI and agentic AI, initially we only used LLM models to build generative AI applications. Then we moved towards building independent agents that could perform tasks, then different types of agents, and then we saw how to collaborate between agents, multi-AI agents, and so on. All of those applications I've already covered, and those videos are already uploaded on my YouTube channel. But now it's time we move towards deep agents. So in this video we are going to understand what deep agents are. I'll also show you some code on how you can actually create your own deep agents, and in the upcoming videos we'll go deeper into practical implementation. So let me quickly share my screen. Here it is. First, let's talk about the other agents that we used to use. And what are agents, first of all? It's a very simple thing. Let's say I have an LLM, okay. And let's consider that I give an input to this LLM. The LLM basically acts like a brain. So it will decide whether it needs to generate the output directly or whether it needs to communicate with some kind of tools. Now these tools can be anything, they can even be external, third-party tools. Let's say the LLM isn't able to generate the output on its own. Suppose I ask a query, hey, what is the current temperature in Bangalore or Paris? Obviously, the LLM doesn't have any kind of live data. So the LLM is usually connected with tools. This could be a SERP API, a Tavily API, or different APIs that give you weather information. After the LLM makes a request to the tool gives back the output saying, hey, the temperature for Paris is such, and that specific output is generated. Now this is also an agent. This is a basic agent, and this specific kind of agent we call a shallow agent. Why do we call it a shallow agent? Because for the input query we give, the LLM takes an action, it calls the tool, and it gives the output. They're just following a specific flow. In this process, no planning is happening. A request comes in, it goes to the tools, and the tools give us the output. So you can see it's a very simple loop. This is the most common functionality we've probably implemented in our generative AI or AI agent solutions. But there's a disadvantage here. Based on the input query, only one logic gets applied, and there's no explicit planning. So we don't use this for a very complex task. Say I ask, find me the recent AI news happening today, and how it relates to economics and to the latest developments in physics. That kind of complex query needs to be decomposed into subqueries, and then solved step by step. With this simple flow, complex queries simply cannot be handled. And even within this simple loop, there's very limited context retention. That's exactly the limitation deep agents are going to solve.